What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is all good. Back again with another pickup video. Yeah, nice. You see a little hum in the background, a little fan going. If you hear two in the house. Nice little video to pick up. I thought I was with comics. Some sort of Star Trek compendium magazine type things, Star Trek blueprints, games, one DVD and a Funko. Yeah, nice. That's what I want to try and do. You probably noticed it the last few pickups. I'm trying to sort of do my best to keep everything varied. To sort of try and sort of, I know everyone, when I started this channel, it was the video games. And I do feel like I've lost a lot of my audience because I stopped doing that as much. But I'm trying to sort of find my audience. So, but yeah. I'll start off with the Funko. This one, where did I find this Funko? B&M. I really look like Funko section in shops because very rarely do they have anything that I want in my collection. This one, I got very lucky. In the sense that it's looking at, I was using this Funko proposition. I don't huntily move shit. I was like, because a lot of time the ones at the front I normally walk the drive back of the shelves. I'm like, I look at ones at the drive, like, I don't give a flying toss about them. So I literally went like that, got defeated, which helped me look. As I've done, I looked a bit further. Helped me look a bit further back at the shelf, and I saw this. So I don't know if this got pushed back as people were moving stuff, or if it got pushed back because someone wanted it and not the right button hide it at the back. Then I saw it because it's one A I needed for my little Scarlet Witch Funko collection. But it's one of the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness Scarlet Witch ones. It says it's a special edition. It says on the thing, glows in the dark. I don't know if it's a case of I've not looked properly at night time, but I've not noticed it glow. But even if it doesn't glow, it's still, for me, it's still cool to have. If I'm being honest. There's that. One's a Lonely Funko, and now onto the Lonely DVD. This film is some of the. I always try and pick up there's a few superhero movies that I need to pick up. I will eventually get them. There's Blue Beetle I still need to watch and pick up. Superman I still need to watch and pick up. Fantastic Four I've watched but I need to pick up. Deadpool and Wolverine I've watched but I need to pick up. And there's this, which I now got but I still need to watch. Not rushed for this one because, if I'm being honest, I might get a little bit of hate for this. Never liked, didn't like, but I didn't enjoy the first one as much as everyone else did. So that's why I didn't much for this one. This one's meant to be like a musical type one, but it's the basically the second Joker film. People love the first one. They sort of put it at high standards. Didn't enjoy it as much as everyone else did. So that's why I didn't much for this one. But I'm doing now, so I have no choice now watching it, you know what I mean? In terms of the actors or things like that, it's I didn't enjoy the this was the first one. So games, these are all charity shop finds, but they're fully for charity shop finds, so I don't mind getting them. For the Xbox One. This one, I don't know if it's obviously technically free on PlayStation and Xbox, but when it's physical, Sims 4. Far Cry 4 the limited edition. All the DLC stuff's probably been used. Or I don't know if it says like most. I don't know, some Xbox sort of games, or some games, it's like the Game of the Year edition or whatever. When you install it, it comes up the game, but underneath all the DLC that's put on the download list. I don't know if it's the same sort of thing. World War II Call of Duty. For that generation, actually, for the PS5, Series X, and for the Xbox One, PS4 era, my favourite Call of Duty. And this one, No Man's Sky, it's, I think a lot of people, I don't know, it was cheaper than the CX. I think by about £8 or £9, so I won't be going to argue. I'll do the comics, and then the Star Trek companion, magazine companion stuff, and then the blueprints. So, first comic is, I'm not reading the series. You're thinking, why the fuck did you pick it up, Bill? Good question. I'm going to be getting it signed at MCM next month. As of recording next month. So it was one of the artists there, Bad Star. She's at MCM. She was there, I think, last year and all. But I'll do other people this year like that last few years. But I thought, you know what, I want something signed by her. I did have something else I was doing it signed. Still might, not sure yet. But I was like, I wanted something that's, because the other book I wanted it signed. It's one of these ones we got multiple stories of her arts or minor stories. Where this book, it's on the A covers and inside it's all her art. But it's Sirens, Love Hurts, book 3. Jamie New Dawn did have a few others, but they also had because she did all the A covers by the looks of it, but she did have the Harley Twin one. But me being a Poison Ivy fan, had to get this one. I might actually pick up the Harley Quinn one at some point. To sort of have I know obviously Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy this generation is like what Harley Quinn and Joker was when she first was created. So maybe actually, if I think about it. So I'll do that one, yeah. I'm just gonna put that one with, where is it? Yeah. It's the same one. The next two books I should do together because they were gifts. There was a third book, but I've let that to someone else. One was Batman or Detective Comics 1107 and Giant Size Wacky Races. So they were from Matt, which I do appreciate. Yeah, that's just saying that you didn't appreciate one of the books I picked up this week though, which is yeah. I'll do that in a sec actually. It's I got Uncanny X-Men 25 and the cover that sort of pissed off Matt a bit because not with me and Matt we sort of normally the day before or the Monday before we sort of say to each other okay, what we're picking up, this, that and the other sort of thing. And this book for Uncanny 26, which is this book, he was like, I'm getting this cover. I was like, okay. With me it was a case of where it was there and whatever I liked to sort of thing. And we got there before the delivery turned up. This happens sometimes. And obviously it was me, Matt, one of the other customers was Graham, and like, another customer waiting for the book for Lizzie and Matt, Lizzie and James with the books on shelves so we can go through. As she was sort of putting, as Lizzie, I think Lizzie was putting the X-Men books on the shelf, I clocked this one. I'm like, okay, Matt told me what one he's getting. If I get that one first, I'm getting that one because Matt's already told me what he's getting. Showed Matt this cover. He was like, he pretty much in his way went bollocks. He didn't say bollocks, but in his way it was pretty much bollocks. Because he said normally I get the Rivals ones, but because Jane and me, it's not Jamie's fault, but because he might order them and not always get them into diamonds. He didn't ask for this one or didn't want this one because he wasn't expecting to come in. So he was kidding himself. But it's number 26, but it's a wraparound, so he's got Rogue and it's all about Times of Gambit. I'm not going to open up because Gambit's a prick, but I'm more a Rogue person, so I thought, yeah, Matt's better. A little bit upset, not upset, but he won't admit it, but I think right, he's like, in his head he was like, bollocks, I should have got first. I don't think Matt's still reading. I don't think I've seen him pick him up the last few months. I think this one has like one more issue. That's it, all new Spider-Man Ghost Spider. I think someone who's working on this book, the artist will write it, he's going to either MCM or the London Comic Con. I might have to double check that. But cool cover, I'm still enjoying it. I did one more issue, which I feel like with some books I feel like your mini series is not that 4 to 6. Some books would do like not necessarily a mini series but not ongoing, which is on like 10 to 12. And then you're ongoing. I feel like with some characters a 10 issue run is perfect. Because you'll get enough to sort of flash them out, but not too much with overstaying its welcome sort of thing. Talking about ongoing mini-series, this book is, I'm happy still down on. I love the character. I haven't mentioned this character already. This book technically started off as a mini-series, then got extended, and then got transformed into ongoing. When I got this cover, like, I think Lizzie and that Matt are not surprised, especially Lizzie because she knows how much I like muscle mummies. But it's Poison Ivy, number 43. The art she's done this cover, I've done the last couple, and it's pretty much turned into like a muscle mummy. So I don't think Lizzie and that are surprised. Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it. The fact that I stopped collecting Harley Quinn, like the ongoing, stopped Catwoman, the ongoing, but still reading that. I think more of a Poison Ivy fan anyway, but I personally think that's better written. It's actually developing the character in my opinion compared to the other two, which aren't really adding much to the characters, in my opinion. But Next two books are, one's a new book, one is an old book that I found last, well, technically Wednesday, so yesterday. Well, Matt found it technically. Yeah. So when I was at Jamie's yesterday at New Dawn, there was 5 long boxes and a short box like the collection he picked up. I like digging. Matt's the sort of person where if he saw a box there, he was like, you can't help but look, sort of thing. So like, I'll go through the box with Matt, see what's there, but Matt's the sort of person who'll go, can't look through the boxes, sort of thing. There's a few comics that he wanted, a couple of books that we found, you know, like 10, like £5-10 books. Like, I think two of the books we found were we looked. I said to Matt, I said to Jamie, I showed Jamie the prices. He's priced them, put them straight on his wall. One of the books, so two of the books there's a few books that Matt was like, you interested in that, already had them. They were from the Kevin Smith Spider-Man Black Cat series. And I'm like, pull out issue 1, got it. Pull out issue 2, got it. Went, do you need this one? It was issue 3, I might need it. This is a 6-issue run, I needed like pretty much 4 onwards. No. 3 onwards. It's now 4 onwards because I've got issue 3. I'm not gonna read the series until I get all 6 issues. It's very strange like that. With certain runs, I won't read until I've got all the run. Whereas, it can be a fucking 50. It can be a 50-issue run. I might need the last issue. I won't read it until I've got the final issue. Yeah, it's very weird how my brain works. Annoying sometimes, but weird. This was one of them. Matt really likes the series, but granted he's a Spider-Man fan and a Black Cat fan, where me, I'm a Kevin Smith fan. The thing I like about Jamie is when he prices things up, he's fair. The only price that I saw like online, like I can easily go to was Slapstick Comics. They have this issue for $4.95, or a grade one at like $49.95. Jamie went £2. I'm happy with that. So now I only need the second half of this run. It's a pain in the ass to find, because you think, oh, Spider-Man, that'll be quite easy to find. No, it is not. It feels like I've probably seen more. I'll actually give an example here. I have seen more first Punishers, which I don't remember what Spider-Man is. I've seen more X-Men 101s and more Spider-Man 300s than I have done from issues from this run. Yeah. They're not rare, they're just fucking uncommon. I know Spider-Man fans are very hardcore. Obviously me and some experienced Kevin Smith fans, very hardcore. Getting them two together, it's like, yeah. Talking about Kevin Smith, he had a new book come out recently. I hate, fuck it, Superman and that sort of whole. I like Supergirl, tolerate Wonder Woman. I'm very neutral about Superboy. Crypto, I love dogs. I'm a dog person, so I love Crypto. Because he's a canine, not as a character. Right. This I was like, this is only Superman book, or Superman related book. I'm like, okay, I will buy it, but it is because it's Kevin Smith, and that is Bizarro Year One. So this is pretty much Bizarro's origin. Um, well, I really enjoyed the story, but again, I'm biased because it is Kevin Smith. Um, the art's really good in it. No one knew Kevin Smith book. It's funny, with some Kevin Smith books, like, so this, like the Spider-Man, I'm like, I want at least one. It's strange, anything that's self-published by him, so like his Secret Stash press, like this Masquerade, his quick starts, things like that. I'm like, I want every cover I can get. Is there another book in a few months? I want as many covers as possible. But this I'm like, I'm happy with the A cover. A was the stage one year Jamie had, but it's why I'm like, yeah, I don't do too heavy Batman Superman. This next book should have been the Uncanny X stuff. But it's normal X-Men, but the Mystique cover. I wanted this cover. This was the cover I wanted because I love Dana Nakamura, and I love If I Get a Mistake. This will be talked of it signed by David Nakamura and Slash or any of the actors that played Mystique, because there's quite a lot of white, there's quite a bit of space. So there's that. This next book I've read today, I bought it. So if you've read Avengers Annual number 10, bear with me here guys. Go by this first issue. If you read that, you'd want to read this. I'll explain why. This book is Captain Marvel's Dark Past. She's sort of getting broken memories. So if you don't know, Captain Marvel was Carol Danvers. Carol Danvers was also Miss Marvel. Before Kamala Khan, she was Miss Marvel. So obviously when Avengers Annual 10 came out many years ago, and Miss Marvel was in the book, it was Carol Danvers. Obviously in that book, Rogue caused her to lose her memory of who she was, so she lost all her powers and things like that. So she lost the ability to be Miss Marvel, which ends up to be, that's why a lot of people now Dr. Khan and things like that. And that's why she's now Captain Marvel. But in this book, it's a 5-issue series, I'm hoping it all sort of ties in. She's getting memories back from that. So I think if you've read, you can get the facsimile of Avengers Annual 10. You don't have to pay like the fucking 30, 40, 50 quid for a raw copy. If you've read if you've read that, try this. I did say to Lizzie at New Dawn, or recommended that to order a facsimile to put with either a set or an issue 1 sort of thing, because it's in a sense ties in. So really enjoyed it, but some people like Carol Danvers, or especially like as a character, I really enjoyed Carol Danvers. With this Marvel stuff, I only read Carol Danvers stuff, personally. I know DC don't like her, but she got quite intrigued when I showed her, things like that, because she's a Rogue fan. So these next, 1, 2, 3, 4 books. 4 books. These books. Jamie and Lizzie must know my taste in perviness, because they saw these. They're like, Bill, if I can appreciate these. They're very indie, very pervy, very me. One of them is a K&O, so these are, so it's the same series, but for some reason it's a more full title on issue 1, but so it's Cherry Pop Tart number 1. First appearance of Cherry Pop Tart. That's K. I realise these are not in order, I do fucking apologise. Issue 11. This one's twice in 3 because it is technically 3D. Right way. This one. Number 12. Didn't touch me. And issue 14. The thing I like about this is it's pretty much an homage to issue 1. Even references, so it even says on the cover, this is like deja vu or what. Didn't I see someone from before? So there's one. So it's not homage in itself. It's definitely me books. Done by inside the sort of things I would actually sort of read and want to collect completely. So, last of the comics, naturally your end of the cosplay cover. Sadly, only one this time round. That's Vampire number 12. For once, one a few times it actually turns up on time. So it happens. Now the Star Trek stuff I want to show you are all charity shop finds. One of them I got cheaper than they wanted and cheaper than eBay. I'll do that with the blueprints. I told that first actually. So the blueprints, they went 40 quid for them. And I'm like, I said to them, that is what I said to them, that's not worth 40 quid. Yeah, they're for the 90s, but they're not worth 40 quid. But oh yeah, they are. I went, okay. If they're still there in a week, I'll pay a £5 for them. So okay, what is a £5? Sell on the lines. He went, okay. A week later, they were still there. I went, that's fine for these blueprints then. That's fine. So in fact, say £35, but on eBay, they're between 10 and 20 quid. Basically, next generation USS Enterprise NCC 1701D blueprints. So it's like inside a massive, like big blueprints all folded up. When was it? 22 or 34 blueprints, but there's about 10 or 12, maybe 13. Blueprints, but that I'm really happy about. And these I picked up. I think one of these, I think this one might be compendium, but I know one of them might be this, like the one the guys in the Star Trek group went. I've never seen one of them. Which is like, and like these people in Star Trek group, I'm like, these are people that have collected Star Trek stuff for longer than I have, and if they've not seen it, again, not necessarily rare but uncommon, but it's the Star Trek that almost was. This is from 85, 7 years past I was born, and I got the Star Trek Compendium, completely revised and updated. Well, updated for the time, which was '87, first Titan edition, August 1987. So I am really happy with that. So overall, I I feel like this has been a solid sort of mixture. It's stuff I generally want, and in case some things rarely say. But that is my pickups video, pickups for this time round. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for sticking and listening to the video. I do apologise for being so long. If you have made this far, please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that sort of YouTubey jazz. And yeah, hope to speak to you guys soon. And ciao for now, guys.